Here's the iPhone X. I have the silver color one. It looks more like the classic Apple white than silver to me. It comes with the earpods and also the adapter to use, because the iPhone X doesn't, you can't plug in the earpods directly into the iPhone X, so it doesn't have the jack right here. And it comes with the charger that everyone's familiar with. The first thing I realized was how heavy the iPhone X was, but that's because I've been using the iPhone 6 for the last 3 years, and comparatively it's a little heavy. So this is the iPhone 6, this is the iPhone X. For comparisons, I have a weighing scale here. Let's weigh and see how much it weighs. The iPhone 6 is 125 grams and the iPhone X is 173. Well, Apple says it's 174, so obviously their weighing scales are much better than mine. So how do you wake up the iPhone X? In the older models, you had the obvious home button or the wake up button. For the iPhone X, you just pick it up and it activates, or you can click on the, you can press the wake up button, or you can actually tap on it and then you swipe to unlock. Here you can use the Face ID or your password. One of the most talked about features of the iPhone X is the Face ID. So let's try to set up and see how this works. So you go into your settings, click on Face ID and passcode. You enter your password, you click on Setup Face ID, and this brings the following screen. So how to set up Face ID. It says first position your face in the camera frame, then move your head in a circle to show all the angles of your face. So I have to move it and then scan. It says scan is completed. Continue. Move your head slowly, complete the circle. So it's set up now, and let's try out how it works. I think I've been using the Face ID slightly wrong. I was trying to wake the phone up and then swipe up, and it asks for Face ID. Then I was trying to bring my face in, which is not how it should work. The beauty of it is, like, you could be looking at it and it's unlocked. You don't have to wake the phone up and then see the Face ID pop up and then bring your face in. All you have to do is, I have my face right here, pick it up, it recognizes, unlock, and swipe. I'll show that again. I just pick it up, bring my face in front of it, it automatically recognizes, unlocks it. All I do is swipe, that's it. That is just amazing. I mean, it's so convenient. You don't have to keep pressing your passcode, entering your passcode now. So look at it, it recognizes you, open. I mean, that's really cool. The screen itself is absolutely beautiful and it runs edge to edge almost, so there's very little space between the bezel and the screen. One thing you'll notice is this spot where the screen doesn't cover, obviously because of the numerous sensors. For example, they have the infrared camera, proximity sensor, microphone, speaker, camera. There's couple of other ambient light sensor. So in order to accommodate those, that's the place where you'll see the screen doesn't run. But you know, I mean, that's hardly noticeable once you start getting used to it. And it's a little different when if you're coming from the other iPhones, obviously, because the way you use it. For example, to go, there's no home button, so you would just need to swipe from the bottom to go to the home screen. For example, let's say you're in an app. To go to the home screen, you just swipe from the bottom. So if you have like multiple apps open and then you want to scroll through each of the apps, previously you would just double click on the home button and then you would be able to look at all the apps that were open. Now you have to just push it and bring it halfway down. If you go all the way down, it closes everything. So you would have to go right there and leave it, and then you can browse all the other apps that are open. In order to close it, you'll have to long press on the app and then you can close the currently open ones. If you want to see all the apps that are currently open from the home screen, you can just go halfway through and then lift your finger up, then you'll see all the apps. I have the display brightness set to about 50% on the iPhone 6 and the iPhone X. You can see, if you can see the difference, the one on the left looks, if I had to make an analogy, it looks more of a page from an old book, and the iPhone X, it looks something from a glossy magazine. The iPhone X also has true tone option. If you can read this, it basically states that it adapts the iPhone display based on the ambient lighting. And if I change that, I can visibly see the colors change. It almost becomes something similar to the iPhone 6, the screen. I don't know if the camera is going to capture that, but that's an option that I see in the display and brightness for the new iPhone X. One of the most talked about features is the camera. So let's see what settings it has. Going to settings. I've set the video recording at 4K at 24 frames per second. I'm recording this video with my Panasonic Lumix G7, which is also set to the same 4K 24 FPS. So let's record and see how they compare to each other. So in conclusion, should you buy the iPhone X? Well, for me, I've been upgrading. I've been an iPhone user since version 3G, and I've upgraded until iPhone 6 every other year. And I stopped at iPhone 6 because I didn't feel iPhone 7 or 8 were any radically different than what 6 was. But I do feel the iPhone X is a game changer in terms of its options, like the Face ID, and the screen itself is vastly different from other iPhones. So that is something you might consider. And you have to also consider the price range. It's $1,000, and you better get insurance if you're spending $1,000 on it, because it's prone to easily slip out of your hand. Or you can buy a phone case, obviously, but so as for me, I think my iPhone 6 has a little bit more juice left in it. I think I can use it for one more year. After that, I'm going to upgrade. This is a borrowed phone, so I don't own the iPhone X. So I think I'm still going to stick with the iPhone 6 at least for one more year, because that $1,000 can buy other toys that I've been eyeing. So if you're interested in seeing what those are, please subscribe. Thank you.